Complementary pedagogic approaches, Tandem and lingua franca. Communicating in a foreign language and under intercultural conditions is not only demanding for pupils, it also involves reaching out beyond traditional classroom interactions and requires a new pedagogic perspective on the target languages involved. Traditional options for intercultural contact and communication in the school context include school trips abroad or school exchange programs. In TILA, we have added intercultural exchanges with the help of telecollaboration technologies, in particular video conferencing in Big Blue Button, 3D virtual world interactions in OpenSim, as well as chat and forum in Moodle. Another issue of quite some pedagogic relevance concerns the choice of suitable communication partners. The commonly preferred option is contact with native speakers of the respective target language, but there are other non-native speakers as well. In TILA, intercultural telecollaboration exchanges take this into account by offering two types of target language approaches, Tandem and lingua franca. The Tandem approach involves pairs of school classes in which each of the two has the native language of the other as target language. For instance, a French class learning German and a German class learning French. In a tandem constellation, the interacting pupils switch from one of the two languages to the other, either within or between sessions, thus changing from native speaker expert to learner roles and back. As a learner, they profit from having communication with the native speaker, whom they can also ask for lingua cultural help and feedback as needed and desired. As a native speaker expert, they provide a lingua cultural role model and act as a kind of teaching assistant. In addition, they also serve as communication partner. In this role, they need to accommodate their native speaker performance to the proficiency level of their exchange partner. A tandem approach is clearly in line with the general preference in foreign language teaching for a strict orientation towards native speaker standards and conventions. The lingua franca approach involves pairs of school classes in which two classes with different native languages share the same target language. For instance, a Spanish and a Dutch class with French as a target language. In this case, the interacting pupils communicate with other non-native speakers of different lingua cultural backgrounds in French. Since they share the same non-native language as a lingua franca, they are all in the same language boat. From a traditional foreign language teaching perspective, this might be perceived as a disadvantage. However, when taking into account the communicative conditions under which non-native speakers are usually required to perform in real life, the lingua franca approach appears quite close to reality. It offers rich opportunities for authentic intercultural communication and for practicing to collaborate with peers in creating a mutually shared intercultural ground, which can serve as a dynamically evolving third space for their communicative exchange. A lingua franca approach also requires and enables pupils to further develop their intercultural communicative competence. This includes noticing and exploring cognitive, emotional, and behavioral divergences, acquiring strategies of accommodation, meaning negotiation and let it pass, cultivating empathy tolerance for ambiguity, and behavioral flexibility. A lingua franca approach adopts an open native speaker orientation, which leaves room for the communicative and creative appropriation of the target language. It encourages pupils to explore and trust their own non-native speaker creativity and to develop a natural sense of communicative speaker satisfaction and self-confidence.